We're back, everyone, for this season's penultimate episode of Weekend at the Lake, presented by Chris Lightco. I know, I'm heartbroken too. It's been a really awesome year, and I've had a great time hosting for you across 2025. Before we go further, I want to take a second to posthumously thank the guy who made this all possible, who we lost when the season started. Bob Spicer, you were a real stand-up guy, and your memory was with me every episode. There aren't words for how appreciated you are. I hope heaven is at least half as cool as you deserve, but let's be real, that's a high standard to meet. As we lead into next week's finale, I've had so much fun getting to come up here, crack a few dumb jokes, and tell you all where to go for a good time, and I just gotta say, thanks for being along for the ride. Which isn't over yet, not when we have one more weekend before Halloween caps off the season as it always does. For now, let's see what cool stuff we've got this weekend to tide us over till it's all candy and costumes. You know what I think of when Halloween rolls around? Fish. That's not true, but this story is the only event that didn't fit the Halloween theme, so we're just gonna make it work. Let's be real, this lake was made to be fished in, and it's a man-made lake, so I mean that literally. Eco Fishing Shop is hosting the 4th annual Big Bass 250 tournament on the Lake of the Ozarks. It's a kayak-only tournament with slots for 250 anglers to compete. Claim the biggest bass and win the tournament's first place cash prize of $10,000. The top 10 anglers will also receive cash prizes with a 5-fish limit. So get on out there with your rod and reel and fish up some big money. You don't really need a cash incentive to want to go fishing on the weekend anyway. So not everyone is waiting for next weekend to start celebrating Halloween, kind of like how I started on October 1st. Halloween's on a Friday night this year, so by the time you get fully into the weekend, it's technically November 1st, which for me is still like 2 more weeks of Halloween, but I know not everyone has my obsession with the holiday. So if you want to get your Halloween partying done before October is over, this weekend is probably your best bet. And that's fine. Goodness knows Christmas is already going into full swing earlier and earlier into the year, and I love Christmas, but Halloween should be afforded the same opportunity. So that's probably why this Saturday is Halloween on the Strip 2025. The event goes from 2 to 4, where you can take your kids to trick or treat along the Bagnell Dam strip, with businesses passing out candy just like the good old days when people used to go outside and talk to folks on days like Halloween. Luby's Pizza will have games you can play, and at 4, there's going to be a big costume competition, which is some primo Halloween fun right there. I feel like Halloween just doesn't get the love and enthusiasm that it used to, especially when I was a kid, and that makes me really sad. But I don't think it's too late to change that. Sometimes pretending to be something else and making a little healthy, wholesome mischief is just good for you. It's okay to be a bit of a kid again, even if it's only one night a year. Now we'll be back with more after my amazing sponsors deliver a few short messages.
They always say that seeing is believing, and to see the breathtaking beauty of your lakefront paradise, it needs to be lit correctly. Chris Lightco takes your space and illuminates it like never before. From your home and walkways to your dock and lakefront oasis, Chris Lightco lights up the Lake of the Ozarks.
Osage River Popcorn, your home at the lake for fresh, gourmet popcorn. But it doesn't stop at just what's in the name. Come see us on Bagnell Dam and Lake Ozark for Stom European chocolate, gelato, and so much more. We've even got a drive-thru with specialty coffee. And yes, our gourmet popcorn is still popped fresh daily. Come on by as a stranger and leave as a friend, with an armful of the sweetest treats at the lake. Osage River Popcorn and Lake Ozark. See you soon!
Chris Lightco is local and ready to light up your lakefront oasis. So call us today to schedule your free consultation so we can illuminate your slice of heaven. But for now, back to Weekend at the Lake with David Leatherberry, brought to you by Chris Lightco.
A big thank you to our amazing sponsors, and we're back. And now we're into the lion's share of Halloween fun. Popular every year, perfect for busy parents who want their kids to have a good time in a safe environment, it's the classic trunk or treat. It's a nice, organized, and friendly way to take your kids to get some candy and play with other kids in costume. So let's take a look at what options you've got this weekend. On Saturday the 25th, we have the Lake Valley Golf Club from 4 to 6, open to the public, rain or shine. We've also got one from 4 to 6 at the Camden County Museum, where they'll also be serving a meal before the trick-or-treating, because, you know, should always have dinner before dessert. The Versailles Chamber is hosting a Scare on the Square from 5 to 7, where all the unique Versailles local businesses will be set up to pass out all kinds of candy. From 6 to 8, Linn Creek is hosting a trunk or treat that will also have a kid-friendly haunted house, so that's not one to miss. They're also going to have face painting, food trucks, music. This one kind of seems like they're going for a bit of the extra mile. That's not all though, because weekends are 2 days long, even though in my opinion they should be at least 4. So that means we have more on Sunday the 26th, and that day arguably has the biggest one, and I'm talking, of course, about Hy-Vee Hollow, a tradition around here that benefits Dream Factory and Wonderland Camp, some really amazing causes that do a lot for the lake and make a ton of people happy. Hy-Vee Hollow is 2 to 5 at the Hy-Vee parking lot, as the name would suggest. Finally, we have the Captain Ron's Kids Spooktacular, where kids will get to trick or treat and they eat for free. It goes from 5 to 6:30, so parents, you've got tons of options for the kids. Happy Halloween. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and starting November 1st, the Lake Expo app to stay connected with us. And if you have an event you want to discuss here on the show, man, you're really cutting it close because the next one's the last one. So make sure you send me the information at davidl@mylaketv.com because I'd really appreciate it. I'll keep our ending brief. I said a lot in the intro, and goodness knows, next week's send-off is going to be a bit more involved. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a really great time this weekend. My favorite holiday is rolling around, and there's nothing I want more than for everyone to have the time of their lives and remember what the day is all about. Just have some candy, dress up, and be a kid again for a little while. The world is so intense right now. Everything feels so heavy and important and stressful, and there's so much going on. So why not just have a few sweets and pull a harmless prank on your friends? Give someone a gentle scare, watch a spooky movie, tell a creepy story, anything. Just immerse yourself and let go of all your worries for a bit. But most of all, have an amazing Halloween at the lake.